In 2017, Melbourne was crowned the most livable city for the seventh straight year, giving everyone a sense of pride. We boasted, after all, of being the sports capital of the world. Besides the weather, there was little to complain about. How quickly things have changed. Not only is Melbourne already the world's most locked down city, now we have handed the state premier, Daniel Andrews, tyrannical powers with a new dystopian bill called the Public Health and Wellbeing Amendment. 3-month lockdowns can now be called at the politician's discretion. It leaves the people and the businesses of Victoria in complete disarray. As Plato long ago predicted, the most liberal of democracies turn into tyranny, and it's happened right before our eyes. So how did it come to this? In a word, ideology, which is a set of beliefs that there is an ideal way to organise society, such as social justice, which has its roots in Marxism. And while some of Marx's theory has been rejected, some of it still continues to go unquestioned with the left today. The first part is that society is a power struggle between the haves and the have-nots, although they have come to realise that it's not in the means of production but language that holds the key to society. And the second tenet of Marx that has gone unquestioned is that the communists believe they are the voice of the people, as they are distinguished for bringing forth the interests of the people. They take it upon themselves to transform society on our behalf. Andrew's wife claims to be passionate about social justice, which is a belief that justice can be contorted somehow to make society more just. But conveniently, it hands megalomaniacs like her husband the justification they have long sought. And Daniel Andrews has fully embraced the radical left and is using their playbook to full effect and showing the way for other would-be tyrants. And so, as per Alexander Solzhenitsyn, ideology gives evil its long sought-after justification. Not only does the left believe they have the justification, but with control of the language, they now have the means. If one believes that words have no meaning, then there is nothing you won't say. If the media, along with big tech, are also complicit. They have also become completely politicised, and they openly collude to keep their ideological allies in power. They have become far more dangerous than just fake news. The police have played a role in this tyranny too. Not only have they become militarised, but they have also become completely politicised.
And I don't think that ordinary, hard-working, mainstream Victorians, those who are not ugly extremists.
Not only does calling everyone far-right extremist allow for their ostracisation and demonisation, but it also allows the state to bring the full force of the Australian Spy Agency, ASIO, the Federal Police, and of course Victoria Police, to devote half of their resources to chasing after these so-called extremists.
It's not smart, it's not right, it's not lawful to be protesting. Now is not the time for protest.
By claiming a public health emergency, Andrews has gained unimagined power and has taken away our fundamental human rights, especially our right to peaceful protest. But the worst is yet to come, with the new ideologically driven laws coming into effect in February 2022 called the Change and Suppression Practice Laws, which I have an upcoming video about. A new wave of tyranny will begin, waged against parents and people of faith in particular, with legalised discrimination by the left's new cudgel, public health. It will completely rip apart the social fabric by turning neighbour on neighbour, and will only spell disaster for us all. Now the so-called medical emergency has given ideologues the golden ticket to power. No matter how good one's intentions, they cannot possibly know what is best for millions of individuals, and so they will get trapped behind more and more lies until finally reality smashes the facade. But by then it will be too late.